You're listening to the Jay Bird Watching Podcast, the official podcast of jaysjournal.com and fansided.com, where we discuss all things Toronto Blue Jays baseball. We'll talk about news, rumors, and game recaps. So whether you're a diehard fan or just getting started with the team, this is the podcast for you. Here's your host, Craig Borden, with co-hosts Jason Lyons and me, Ken Alfred. You're listening to the Jay Bird Watching Podcast.
Good afternoon / early evening, Blue Jays fans, and welcome to another night of Friday Night Pack openings. We are here on the Jay Bird Watching Podcast to make sure we give you some more variety than the average everyday podcast. We are doing baseball card openings on Friday evenings, so make sure you join us here. And if you haven't heard yet, get over to TikTok, subscribe to us. As you can see, Instagram and everybody else followers. I'm down here on my phone, not doing this live like I would be with two couple cameras and everything. So please help us get to 1,000. We will reward you. We have a contest every first Friday of the month. So the 3rd is the first one that's coming up here in the near future. We've already had 3 winners so far. Make sure you join us and get over to TikTok. If you follow us at BirdwatchingGC or just Jay Birdwatching Podcast on TikTok, you're automatically entered. That's it. That's simple. So give us a follow on TikTok. You're automatically entered and win some baseball cards, some Blue Jays prizes and whatnot. And they'll spin the wheel over here behind me. I did go this far to finally creating something with my 3D printer. So Blue Jays fans and whatnot, there you go. Now, if you're listening, I'm glad you're all here. But it's that time of the week. Thanks to Amazon, I got a very dented up Top Stadium Club box here. So I'm so excited to dive into it and hope that thing is bent. Thankfully, I did talk to them and give me a refund because this was pretty bad. Thankfully, it looks like we might have gotten everything to tip right because this is the one that I was really worried about. We have these wonderful collector's cards in here. And we're going to get another Aaron Judge master photo right out of the box. So there you go. That's the prize card or the insert card for the whole box. And we dump out the rest of the packs from the Top Stadium Club box. And we're going to go, boom, there's the dynamite. So it's Friday evening. Hope everybody's got some good weekend plans. Obviously, the Blue Jays this weekend are going to be playing in San Diego, so hopefully they're not going to take too much of a vacation and go too much surfing at the time frame of being down there as we open up pack number 1. So, right out of the backs, we got Thor, former Blue Jay prospect / very good New York Met, Noah Syndergaard. I watched him pitch when he was still with Lansing Lugnuts back in Single A, which was actually at the time, might have been a rookie. But either way, it was really cool to see. Gleyber Torres is number 2, having a pretty good start for the Yankees on their upstart team this year. And we're going to get Dale Murphy, one of the best outfielders to ever wear a Braves uniform. It's a really, really nice card. Him getting ready for a bat. And we're going to get another Austin Riley. We're going to get Braves off the bat here. This is one of those insert cards, a cheap fantasy guru kind of like thing they got going on here. And the stat that he was most known for in this was had 300 total bases in each of the past 2 seasons, according to the back of the card. Very fun. Good card. So that's top shelf find, even though that is a redo for us. But these are all things that are eventually going to be in our eBay account for y'all to take a peek at. And we got a wonderful bat flip here of Oscar Gonzalez, also a New York Yankee at this point. So that's pack number 1. A little rough. Also, we get some better luck in pack number 2. Got a decent one right off the back as I reveal the first card here. Then we're going to get the Dennis Eckersley, Hall of Famer. That is good. One of the most crazy sliders in Major League Baseball history, and still as far as Blue Jays fans go, we remember for finally coming through in 1992 against him with a Roberto Alomar home run that would eventually send us to the World Series to take on the Atlanta Braves. So, number 2. Somebody that's off to a very, very good start so far with the New York Mets, or at least looking more like himself, Luis Severino, moving to the other side of New York to be able to see what he can do. We'll see what he does with the Mets this year, but he's got all the potential in the world. Next, we got Zach Gallen, future Cy Young award. I have a strange feeling. Kid's been amazing the first few seasons with the Diamondbacks. We're going to flip over Kenzel Marte here. That is a red foil one right there, everybody. In case you haven't been noticed, this is how Topps does their Stadium Club ones. They change the font size and whatnot, not much, but the actual fun with the red right there in the top corner as we get Kentel Marte as an insert card. Good deal. And then we're going to end this pack with another bat flip photo of Manny Machado. There's a good card. I was surprised, you can almost make a baseball card pack that right now that would be nothing but bat flips. Yeah, I think it would be a very fun power card pack set. There's your insert cards for some future pack of cards. We're going to get there. Funny enough, I just got back from walking my dogs. Barry Larkin taking the pups out for a walk. One of the best shortstops in recent memory. Hall of Famer as well. Then we're going to have Luis Castillo, one of the best young pitchers in baseball for the Seattle Mariners. That is a really fun card with him, obviously getting into it. And we're going to get I'm stuck in a fiasco, but still mashing baseball, Shohei Ohtani. I still give you 50-50. Maybe I just am agreeing with the fun that Pete Rose mentioned a few weeks ago. And he goes, wow, I wish I had an interpreter. And we're going to have one of the best players in Major League Baseball history in Ty Cobb, and that is going to be actually a red foil for us as well. So there's another top shelf insert card for us to be able to add to our pile. And actually, this is the first top Ty Cobb I pulled actually out of these, so that's really interesting. Very classic photo of Ty Cobb. If you haven't had a chance to see the movie with Tommy Lee Jones, very good with him showing the life of Ty Cobb. So next we got Matt Free, who's finally starting to look like himself a little bit after a really, really rough start. My brother and I have been wondering what's going on with him on our fantasy baseball team. So, bang the helmet, get another one going here and see what else we can get in the top shelf variety. And I just realized that my glare is all over the place at my light tonight, everybody. I guess we're just going to deal with as we get into pack number 4. Guy over there, flip everything over, and then we might pull Ronnie Piazza with a home run trot going there. That must have been some level of excitement there with that home run because he always had a little bit of flair on his home runs, but he's got some jump going on with that. That's really cool. Ezekiel Tovar, rookie card. He has been on fire for the Colorado Rockies over the past week. If anybody's been paying attention, that is a very young talent. And then we're going to I'm just going to take these ones and we're going to put Mr. Ruiz for the Oakland Athletics in that same awesome category. And we're going to get, there you go, another insert card as we just talked about Zach Gallen, future all-star stud kind of like Zach Gallen. But this is one of the higher end insert cards as it in black. Notice around the corners there, everybody. That's Zach Gallen. It's all black. You can almost barely see the logos. Really, really cool card. Like I said, putting that one right to the top row. And we're going to end this 4th pack with JT Realmuto, who has been stellar for, years in his Marlins and Phillies uniforms. But he has really found himself in Philadelphia, and he's become a face of that franchise. It's been very fun to watch. Obviously, one of the best offensive catchers and defensive catchers in the game. Pack number 5. And we're going to head off with I'd say maybe one of the best new pitchers in baseball, Spencer Strider. Watching him has been crazy. That slider that he throws is slightly obnoxious. Another rookie card, Francisco Alvarez. Just going to start snacking up some of these rookie cards down here. Eloy Jimenez. The White Sox, not off to the start that they would have hoped and prayed for, but at that point, I'm wondering if him and his partner, Luis Robert, is going to be possibly possibly a trade chip here in the near future. And I just see we had this insert card. So whose helmet we got there? That looks like a Detroit Tiger, maybe a Boston Red Sox tipping through there. Do we think this might be Rafael Devers? I'm going to think we're right. Rafael Devers. The Virtues of Velocity card. right there with a 114-mile-an-hour vicious bomb. So, as much as I don't like the Red Sox, you got to respect the game that Rafael Devers has brought over the years as we get another top shelf find. And we're going to get the Polar Bear, Pete Alonso / back-to-back home run king from a few years ago. Still knows how to mash. I'm actually kind of surprised he's still actually a New York Met after last season, but they're finally starting to find themselves a little bit this season, too, in the early going. See what they get. So, and speaking of what we got 3 more packs as I rip into this next one. And we're going to see what's going on. And we're going to get the current GOAT, Mike Trout. I drafted him in my 7th round of fantasy baseball this year. And I'm sitting here going, how the hell is Mike Trout? I was like numbered the 9th pick in a snake style. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm taking him. I don't care. If he's healthy, he is the best player in baseball, still, in my opinion, outside of Shohei Ohtani, possibly, because you make the argument of him pitching. But with him only hitting, I think Mike Trout is the current best pitcher or hitter player in Major League Baseball. Then we're going to get a rookie card. Kyle Stowers of the ridiculous depth of the Baltimore Orioles. That's another good rookie card that we're going to put here. We're just going to replace Ezekiel Tovar for a little bit. They got another rookie card, Derek Hall. And then we're going to get one of the better pitchers of yesteryear, Christy Mathewson. Obviously, I didn't get a chance to watch this gentleman pitch, but in MLB The Show the last few years, his character has been very, very good. And we're going to get current monster for the Houston Astros, the last card, and that is Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker, really good ball player. Very interesting to watch. Much as I do not make the Houston Astros and what they've done over the last few years, he has been fun to watch. All right, we're gonna get now San Diego Padre. No, not Padre. Yeah, Dylan Cease, Eric Skubal of the Detroit Tigers has been having a good start to his season too. Kristen McKenzie with a rather fun card. He must be making one of some of his friends in that one, trying to have a powwow or somebody after the game was doing an interview, and they're maybe he's making the goofy faces, but his friends are throwing like sunflower seeds at somebody. And we're gonna go to there you go. There's an insert that you would want to get, and that's Masaka Yoshida of the Boston Red Sox as a red foil type. So that's really cool. And the last card we had in here looked kind of different. So I was curious. And we're going to get Rafael Devers again. But that is a different card. Obviously, it's on media day right there. I do want to show y'all because my daughter actually pulled a really good card the other day. On some vintage Topps, the card packs that we've actually been handing out as gifts for here us on the show. Top 2023 Topps Heritage. She actually pulled a Yoshida kind of like rookie card, heritage card with one of these kind of like old school box. But looked it up, some of the graded versions of this are already going for 60, $70 on eBay. I'm quite impressed that my daughter just was able to. She hasn't opened a pack of baseball cards in a million years, and she's such a big baseball fan, being a wrestling fan. It was very cool to see her pull that one out. She goes, "What's this?" So, last pack of the evening, everybody. Let's see what we get. Hopefully, we get some more inserts because this has been kind of a dry pack. We got the Virtues of Velocity, Rafael Devers, and the Chief Fantasy Professional. And that's all we've gotten so far. And we're going to get current new ace of the Baltimore Orioles. We're going to get Corbin Burns. That's a fun card. Speaking of fun cards, musician / baseball player, Bernie Williams. If you're into jazz and blues music, I highly recommend actually taking a look at Bernie Williams' stuff. It's actually quite fun. Gonna get catching phenom that just got a wonderful extension. Will Smith for the Dodgers. And we actually got a Sephora card of Dale Murphy. So that's the kind of like photo negative looking cards, or some people have been calling these an orange foil based on the color of it, but at the end of the day, Topps has been calling them a Sephora card. And then you talk about the best hitters of all frickin' time. You have Ted Williams, obviously inspecting his looks like Silver Slugger Award. That's really cool. Tribute for the baseball fans out there. We pulled a Mike Piazza card earlier. Ted Williams was one of the ones that said that the Dodgers better hurry up and sign him. So that was really cool. He was friends with leading Dodger Blue fan. So anyway, Tommy Lasorda. And in that, he obviously told him, and then Blue Jays fans actually have a connection to Ted Williams because in 1993, John Olerud ended up pushing the barrier for a long part of the season with a 400 batting average. And in the midst of that, before that, John Olerud never played a game in minor league baseball. He skipped right from college to the Toronto Blue Jays. While he was in college, Ted Williams was asked then who might be able to break his 400 and be the next person to actually bat 400. And he said John Olerud if he was a little bit faster. So interesting. So I'm going to ask this one question. Last week, y'all saw me pull this home run challenge card from our top series one for 2024. I actually entered in to see if we can actually rip this and actually see if I can get the promo card from it. And I'm hoping that Bryce Harper beats up the Chicago White Sox this weekend on 420. So we'll see if he can get a little high with some baseballs and have some fun there. So maybe I'll be able to show off a winning card next week, but I want to make sure we share it, right? Because that will be one of the things, like I said, that I'll eventually get to our Jaybird Watching, podcast, eBay baseball card pile when we get that far. We're getting pretty close to getting the whole set here. It's getting interesting. Got a few new ones tonight that weren't doubles, but we're obviously, like I said, trying to get a set together, and then we're going to sell everything else, and maybe we're going to auction off or prize the actual full set. So, Blue Jays baseball fans, any and all of the above that are listening this evening, please make sure you join us for Friday Night Pack Rips here on the Jaybird Watching podcast. We are going to make sure we have fun here. Make sure you comment wherever you're listening to, and we'll have some fun. Make sure you are back here every Friday night, especially on the first of every month. First Friday of every month, that is. And if you have that subscribe, like I had mentioned, to our TikTok, you will be automatically entered in to maybe win one of these prizes I've been talking about, or at least some baseball cards. So please tune in. Until then, make sure you catch us Thursday evenings for the actual podcast where we're talking Blue Jays baseball and just kind of whatever the heck we feel like talking about. Barroom Chat for Blue Jays fans is our motto. So if not, catch us on wherever you get your podcasting pleasures from. And do not forget to check out our friends at jaysjournal.com, part of the Fanside Network, where we're automatically affiliated with. So I hope you all have a great weekend, and cheers.